So I wanted to talk about the boss fights in events. Because some people go, what kind of character do I need? Well, it's pretty simple, and I'm going to show you how to know which character you need for any kind of event. You just have to look into boss Digimon. And this is how you defeat the boss. That doesn't mean you'd still have to survive till you get to the boss. But when you use it and you're max level character and you have maybe a chip or two, you can actually do tons of damage compared to somebody, even if they're a plus for awakened character and they do not, and you're just even a plus one, you could do more damage because your signature skill is actually the right kind of thing for the boss because it's its weakness compared to somebody else's. So this is easy. And so I wanted to show this one because what happens is when it looks gray, it means that it's neutral. The enemy doesn't have like a weakness or resistant to it. It's there. So it's kind of like you don't know what you're getting until you go there, use that ability, and then see what happens. Now, when it comes to red, it means that it's resistant to it. So in the first one, if you used a bright type, even on easy, it would not do as much damage as somebody who is neutral. So the red means no go. Do not bring somebody's, and you have to look at the Digimon's signature skill for this to work. The legendary one, whatever it's called, or legacy, I don't even look at it. You have to have like a really high level to even make that work. So don't look at the tribe. Just look at the signature skill of your Digimon. And so you cannot use bright abilities. But it says its weakness is nature and darkness or abyss. The two on the end is like poison, and I always forget that one. I always think it's like paralyzation, but I'm not sure. Those are just like debuffs. So those could be important if you need something to be stunned or something like that. And then you go to the next one and it shows something else. But those are usually, except that was exactly the same. Sorry. But if you go to stamina 30, it's always different than those. See, now you have more things that it's resistant to. It says that if you use fire, water, electric, or brightness, then it's not going to do a lot of damage to the boss. But if you use abyss, it's going to do a lot of damage. And it says that nature and a negative, well, I always call it a neutral negative, negative or neutral blah ability doesn't really do that much. Like, it's kind of like okay. It's always like red is bad, don't use it. Then gray means neutral, and then blue is like, yes, use that signature skill Digimon to beat the boss. And you don't want to have one that does multiple ability. You want to have like where the character hits everyone because it's scattered. You want to have one that does a single massive attack. It's really important for events, and it's really important to have chips for your characters, not just for the event. Just like you need defense, sometimes you need attack. Those are very, very important things you need. And what else? And then 40 is always going to be that one thing that's going to be like, what? It's going to have only one weakness and one kind of neutral, but you don't really want to do the neutral one. I mean, you could, but all of those elementals. It's resistance to all of them. That means the boss will not get really hurt. Your massive attack of AP could do 200 damage, which is hilarious because if you did a regular attack on a regular character, you could do like 400 damage. That's how bad the resistance is when you're fighting a hard or expert character. And it's the wrong element for your signature skill. Like, seriously, signature skill has to be darkness for this one. So, when you're doing an event, just look at the boss Digimon thing, which you can also get when you click on. Oh, I'm at 31. Good. If you click on here, I'm not going into the game, but right here, you click on this, and it also tells you the weaknesses and strengths when you're inside if you just forgot to click on the boss. And yeah, so the leader character that I have right there is a dark one. That's the leaf one, and the fire one, he's just there just because he doesn't really do anything. And that's pretty much it when you want to do an event and want to know what the boss's weaknesses are. All you have to do is look at that and know how to put chips on your characters and know which character's signature skill is. That's all you need to know. It's pretty simple. Now, some characters might have be kind of odd. Like, they can do a lot of damage to the other characters beside the boss. But this is only, I'm just helping you know what the boss's weakness is. When it comes to the little rookies or whatever to get to the boss, that is not present. It doesn't tell you anything until you play it. So that's the only downfall that I have for that. And that's it. That's all you need to know to play or to get the boss fight. So I hope this helps.